The visions were persistent and grim. The stone she carried was hollow and wanted to be fed. When the proper emotion that was lost ripened somewhere in the world, the stone caught the scent of it and showed her where to find it. She would surface from the vision shaking, tell Nyaehh what she'd seen, and the day would go. For days now it was the same vision. A flame of the weird green gold light, a hand closing around something in the dark, and underneath a bottomless yearning. So large and so airless, she woke from it with her own fists shut and a mute scream painted on her lips. Greed. It must be greed. Probably a merchant or maybe some local politician. Nyaehh said, packing. He was good at this part. Always found a good name for something, making it ordinary and turning it into something as trivial as an errand. To make it sound so simple. The flame in the vision led them to the town called Longyan, gathered smoke. A smoke like dense fog covering its street and never going away. The lamp keeper met them at the smoke's edge. An old woman with hands like dry roots, a key on a cord at her neck. She walked them down to see the special artifact without being asked, as if she'd been expecting someone. And they didn't ask either. A single bronze lamp under a stone hood with a single keyhole to open it. Inside a veil filled with light. Its flame low and the wrong color, the same pale green gold, not flickering the way fire should. It was the flame from the vision. It calls one back, the old woman said, from the very edge. Once more, the all is near gone, there's one calling left in it and no more. Her thumb moved on the key without her knowing. It's spoken for, my granddaughter, 3 days dying and not done, the stubborn thing. When she goes over, the lamp brings her back. That's all it is for now. We didn't come for your lamp, Nyaehh said. But its light seemed to guide us here, so there must be something we should do here. Then go and come for what's in the hills, the old woman said. It's been thinning us for a year. There was a thing in the hills above the town, a demon, a houndling, or someone too strong for their own good, with their mind not there. It was not a hard fight, it was only fast. She would replay the half second forever. The beast turning, lounging right at her. Nyaehh stepping in, of course stepping in, a radiant idiot, always a half step forward to danger. The wet sound. Then him on the ground, one hand at his side, the light going out of his face like a lamp run dry. The dead body of a monster falling right next to him with the sword sticking out of it. She got him down the hill. She remembered the door, the smoke, the old woman already in the street as though she would have known. The key off her neck and shut in her fist. No, the old woman said. The lamp was right there, the pale flame, one calling left, no more. And it surfaced. This was the other thing, and it came up through her from somewhere deep inside. Next, her hand closing on a key. Mine. He is mine, and I will not give him away, not to the hills, not to the wheel, not to this town and its dying child and its one mean ration of mercy. There is a life in that lamp, and I want it. I want it past sense, past fairness, past the old woman's face, and past the girl I will never meet who's 3 days dying and not done. She's 8, the old woman said, watching Nyaeh's face and seeing all of it. I heard you. Then you know what you're doing. She took the lamp. The old woman didn't fight her. Nyaehh tipped the flame to Nyaeh's mouth, and his chest pulled in hard like a man surfacing, and the light came back into his face, and the lamp went cold and ordinary in her hand. A bronze cup, empty. And here is what she learned, kneeling in the smoke with him breathing again under her hands. She was not sorry. She waited to be. A creature built once to feel nothing, who had then felt everything. She would assume that when the bill for something like this came due, she would at least be torn in half by it. She wasn't. She had what she wanted. He was breathing. The rest was someone else's grief in someone else's house, and she found she could carry it the way you carry a stone in a far pocket. Aware of it, unbothered, not heavy enough to set down. That was the thing the stone took. She felt overwhelming pain, and then she felt it go away. Her body lifted up by an unseen force and her eyes filled with stars. Greed drawn out of her and down into the dark she carried, and the not sorry drawn out under it. The artifact drank and was a little less hollow than before. Her body fell and she gasped. She had thought the whole way here that she was being led to someone else's greed, a stranger's. That's how she believed it to work. The stone pointed at the world and she reached in and took. But maybe that was it. Maybe she had to feel them herself. That's what she didn't know. The hand closing in the vision had been her own. The stone had never been showing her where greed was. It had been showing her where she would make it. Jing-Ya woke out of dawn, weak and whole and delighted to be alive, and asked what he'd missed. Nothing, she said. A bad night. We got the greed element. Oh, where was it? Nowhere interesting, she said. He never learned what the lamp had been for, or whose, or that the smoke over Longyan hung heavier the morning they left, and that the child they met the day before, nor the old woman were to be seen anywhere. She didn't tell him and he didn't ask. Some things you keep to yourself.